Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. My name is Kat Fashion. I'm a fashion designer, and in today's tutorial we'll be learning how to make this beautiful Milkmaid dress. So if this is something you're interested in, sit back, kindly watch this video to the end, like this video, share and subscribe to the channel. Do it by inviting other soulmates so that they can get to learn as well. Please give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can make it go viral. So guys, let's get straight into the video. So from the top of this pattern paper, I'm just going to be marking 1 inch or half of an inch. So this will be my start line. This is not necessary. So from that point, I'll measure to my under bust. That's from my shoulder to my under bust. And what I have is 12.5. Okay. So from this point, I'm going to place my tape at the shoulder and I'll mark the waist. The front waistline or half length is 15.5, while the back is 14.5. So the difference is 1 inch. Take note of that. From here, I'm going to, so this is our half length and this is our under bust. So I'm going to be marking the hip line. So from my waistline to my hip line is 8 inch. Go ahead and mark 8 inch. If your own is 9, go ahead and mark 9. Okay. So I've gone ahead to connect like so. So this is my hip line. Now I'll go to my shoulder. I'll place my tape on the shoulder and I'll mark my bust point. That's from my shoulder to my nipple, the fullest part of my bust. And what I have is 9. So I just went ahead to connect like so. This is our bust point. Now we're going to be marking the shoulder, which is 14 divided by 2, 7. I'll mark 2.5 neck width and I'll come down by 1 inch to get my shoulder slope. To get the chest line, I'll divide my round bust measurement by 6 plus 1.5. What I have is 7. So I'll mark 7 from the shoulder tip, then I'll connect like so to get my straight line. Okay, so these are chest line. Now I'm going to take the measurement I have on my shoulder, I'll mark it on the chest line, I'll connect it straight so that I can have a straight line. So this is our armhole line. I'll go ahead and get the midpoint of this armhole line, go inward by half of an inch. Now I'll divide my round bust measurement, which is 34 divided by 4 is 8.5. I'll mark and I'll connect just like you see me doing with my armhole curve. Okay, so now our nipple to nipple measurement or bust pan is 7 inch, divided by 2 is 3.5. So I'll go ahead and mark 3.5 at the bust point and the full length of this pattern paper. So go ahead and connect like so. So I'm going to come down by 1 inch from the bust point, and on the hip line I'll be marking half of an inch on both sides. If you're on a bigger size, you can mark 3/4 of an inch, making it 1.5 inch that, but this is 1 inch that. Then I went ahead to connect like so. Now this is an off shoulder dress, so I want mine to be 6 inches off. So from the shoulder I'll go ahead and mark 6 inches. If you want your own to be 7, if you want it to be 5 higher than that, this is totally depends on you. Now I'm just going to be going in by half of an inch, then I'll connect it to my under bust. Okay, so I was thinking you can come outward by 1 inch to get this curve, but this off shoulder is too high. The 6 inches is too high for me, so I may not be able to do this. So I just went ahead to place my curve rule and I'm just going to be connecting like this. Please, my client doesn't want her cleavage to show, that's why I had to do this. So in order to connect the other side, I'm going to get the midpoint between this armhole line and the place where we marked our bust measurement. So get the midpoint, then you can now go ahead and connect. I actually made mistake initially. So like I was saying, if you don't want your off shoulder to be too high, you can use between 5 to 6 inch. Okay, so now the next thing, I'm going to be adding my side seam allowance, which is 1.5. So you can use 2 inch, you can use 1.5, but 1.5 it's okay for me. Please go ahead and use 1.5, not 2 inch. Then at the waistline, I'll divide my round waist measurement, which is 30 divided by 4 is 7.5. I'm going to be replacing this dart intake, which is half of an inch. So go ahead and replace it back. Okay, then you add your side seam allowance of 1.5. You're going to connect just like you see me doing. Now on the hip line, I'm going to be dividing my upper hip, my hip measurement, the circumference of my hip, which is 36 divided by 4, 9. I'll replace the dart intake of 1 inch and I'll add 1.5 side seam allowance. Okay, On the waistline, I'm going to come down by 3 inch because of the style line on this dress. So come down by 3 inch, between 3 to 3.5. Then I'm going to be connecting to my center front. But before connecting, we are going to close up this side dart. Just watch me carefully. You're going to be closing up your dart, please, not side dart. You're going to be closing up your dart just like you see me doing. Then you can now go ahead and connect to the place where we mark 3 inch. Please, this 3 inch, you need to take note of this, because by the time we are sewing this, we're going to make reference to this 3 inch that we came down from the half length. Guys, after I was done connecting, the difference between our front half length and back half length is 1 inch, 15.5 and 14.5. So you're going to come down and connect it to your bust point from the bust line. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do, we're just going to be cutting out. We are basically or almost through with this. Please guys, watch me carefully, because there was a little mistake, but I think I was able to figure it out. So just go ahead and close up your dart. Since I don't want to sew my dart, just go ahead and close it up. Then you cut out this your bust line. Okay, so now I'm just going to close up my side dart or my bust dart like you see me doing. Use your sellotape or masking tape to secure it down. Then you can blend up this side. Okay, blend it up and cut out just like you see me doing. Okay, so now I'm going to, like I said, I told you there was a little mistake, so I'm going to tape this back again, because we want to cut out this cup area. We want to cut it out separately. So there was a little mistake. Okay, so just go ahead and tape it down. Then you're going to just watch what I'm doing. Please, if at this point you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe, because then you're going to blend up this area. Subscribe, like this video, share with other soulmates. Okay, and if you come across any ads on my video, please do not skip. Please do not skip. And as you can see, I've cut this out. Now we are going to be cutting this. We are going to be slashing and be spreading this, because we want to add more fullness to the cup area. Now you're going to be labeling this, so the distance between this can be 1 inch or 1.5. So I used 1 inch in this case, the distance between the two horizontal line and vertical lines, please. So I'm going to be cutting this out. I'm going to be cutting it out, and I'll place it on a new pattern paper so that we can trace out. So now when placing it on a new pattern paper, you can go ahead and secure with your safety pin. Like I said, the distance between them will be 1 inch. If you want it fuller than this, you can use 2 inch. This totally depends on you. So I'll be marking 1 inch in between, because I don't want it really full. Okay, so go ahead and pin it. And I think the easiest way to go about this is marking out a straight line first from the top, so that when you're placing it, it will be very easy for you. I didn't take note of this earlier. Just take your straight ruler, connect, just mark a straight line. So this straight line will serve as a guide for you. So can you see, I've gone ahead to shift my pattern paper and to align it properly. So this is way easier than what we did earlier on. So can you see guys, but make sure the distance between them is still 1 inch or 1.5. Then you're gradually going to trace out just like you see me doing. And I'm just going to be cutting this out. So we are almost done. This is going to be part one of this tutorial, because I don't want this tutorial to be too long. In our next tutorial, I'll be showing you how to sew this, but basically this is what you'll be doing. So for the back, I'm still going to come down by half of an inch. So I'll be marking 1 inch for our zipper allowance. From the shoulder, go ahead and mark 1 inch. If you want to use 1.5, it's okay, but since this dress doesn't have lining, I don't think there'll be need to add to make the zipper area 1.5. So I made use of 1 inch. So from the shoulder, I'm going to come down and I'll be marking 14.5, which is our back waistline. 14.5. The front waistline is 15.5. Okay, so now this is our half length. So from the half length, I'll mark our hip line, which is 8 inch. The same thing we did to the front. So go ahead and mark your hip line like you see me doing. And now on the shoulder, our shoulder is 14 divided by 2, 7. Mark 2.5 inch neck width and come down by 1 inch to get your shoulder slope. Then our chest line is 7 inch. Remember, mark 7. So you place your tape from the shoulder and mark 8 so that you can get a straight line. Okay. Now I'm going to take the measurement I have on my shoulder and I'll be marking on my chest line to get my armhole line. Our round bust measurement is 35. 34 divided by 4 is 8.5. Go ahead and mark and connect just like you see me doing. Okay guys, so now want our dress is 6 inches off, so we are going to be marking 6 inches off like we did to the front. Now if you want to add that, it's totally okay. I chose not to add that to this dress. So on my waistline, my round waist measurement divided by 4 is 7.5, and I'm going to be adding my side seam allowance of 1.5 inch. Okay, if at this point you want to add that to your waist, please go ahead and mark 1 inch that, the 1.5 inch allowance, but I don't want that. So on the hip line, I'll divide my up round hip measurement by 4, which is 9. Then I'm going to be adding 1.5 inch side seam allowance. Then I'll go ahead and connect. I'll also go ahead and extend this waistline, the half length like this. We want to eliminate any bulginess at the back. So I'm going to be going in by half of an inch or 3/4 of an inch. Then I'm going to extend this line as well, and I'll go ahead and connect just like you see me doing. And I'm also going to extend the hip line and I'll connect like so. Okay, now I'm going to replace this half of an inch at the side so that our measurement will still be intact. So replace the half of an inch, you now connect. Now you now have a new line, side line. So I'm going to connect just like you see me doing. Now on the waistline, I'm still going to come down by 3 inch just like we did for the front, and I'll pick the front pattern paper. I'm going to be placing it so that I can get the same style line. Just align it from the 3 inches place we came down by 3 inch to the center back and blend it up. Then I can now use my curve rule to blend it properly. Okay, so this is basically what you're going to be doing. Whatever you do to the back, you're going to be doing to the front. And guys, I'm just going to be cutting out. We are basically through with this. Like I said, this is going to be part 1 of this video, and the next video will be learning how to sew this. Please endeavor to give this video a thumbs up, like this video and share with others. So mate, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. You can go through our channel. We have other amazing sewing tutorials where you get to learn 1 or 2 sewing tips, and these videos are free. So this was when I was transferring my pattern to my fabric. Like guys, I must confess, this blue version of this style is really pretty and beautiful, right? So please make sure you come back and watch this video. Until I see you guys in my next one, bye.